Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome to Toku Hero Time. I'm Enigma.
I'm Jack.
Mochi.
How are we all doing
Out here,
today?
I'm doing fine. Mostly been busy, but I managed to watch the last two episodes of G.
Yeah, we weren't around last week. We all got a little busy.
Mm.
Life, you know.
Yeah, be like that.
Okay, well, let's get started, shall we? A few things to talk about. Let me get back to it. So we got some Transformer stuff going on. I think the main thing we got going on is the Studio Series Gamer Edition.
The ones based on the War of Cybertron.
Yes.
They are
Pause
really
for
chunky
laughter.
boys.
Pause for laughter.
There was no laughter.
Get a free bag of Doritos and ball of Mountain Dew with these figures.
They're pretty chunky figures.
But in
Having
all
the War of Cyber. Hmm?
But in all seriousness, it's cool to see some War for Cybertron stuff. I think the my favorite looking out of them is probably Barricade.
Nice. I
Mm-hmm.
yeah, probably same for me too. Barricade.
I would agree.
Yeah, it just looks nice.
Optimus looks alright. He's just a very chunky boy, been hitting the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Beefimus Prime.
Bumblebee has been doing the opposite. Bumblebee has been doing the opposite, apparently.
Yeah, you got that beer belly going on, which hopefully is just him being mistransformed in the art.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The War of Cybertron designs are pretty chunky in general, huh?
What was that?
The I the War of Cybertron designs are pretty chunky in general, huh?
Kind of,
If
sorta.
I'm kind of sorta. What do you mean by that?
Don't know how to describe it. Like it, yeah, it's kind of chunky in a way. But
Take a
yeah,
look at
I
like the game models, and they look pretty. It's like the I don't know what the term is for it, but it's like basically just like how some mecha look like looking kind of buffy or buff with a small head or something.
yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping this is just be mistransformed because if not, that's a very unfortunate torso he's got.
So
Some other stuff we got going on in Transformers. Uh, we have new posters for Rise of the Beast, which just look kind of cool.
nice.
Kind of serviceable, looking pretty good. Uh,
I still wonder how involved the Maximals are going to be in that movie.
I would think relatively important since that's kind of the title of the movie with the Beast.
Same same for Age of Extinction and see what happens to Grimlock.
Very unfortunate.
They weren't in the title. They weren't in the title of the movie.
Well yeah, but Age of Extinction implies the dinosaurs. You know,
I
you
mean,
do
that
know
was
what I'm
also a
getting at,
Michael Bay
right?
movie. This isn't.
True.
That was
Hopefully,
also a Michael Bay movie. This isn't.
yeah, true. Hopefully, Michael Bay's curse is not here.
I still hope that well, I just like to think that Age of Extinction doesn't exist.
Just, yeah, but it's an okay movie. That's like
Yeah, it's fine.
disappointing by the lack of dinosaurs.
Needs more dinosaurs.
Yeah, sure.
Which I'm pretty sure Michael Bay has gone off saying that he actually hates the Dinobots.
What was
Unfortunate.
funny is that he actually said before, like long before Age of Extinction was even planned, he was going off on a rant saying like I'll never do the Dinobots because they're boring, and then like 7 years later he did them anyway,
The
and he was
Dinobots
correct. It was very boring.
can be cool. They did. They kind of had some cool stuff in the comics.
Oh yeah, Dinobots are awesome in the comics.
Yeah, the one thing that comes to mind is I don't know, I don't remember which comic this was, but it basically was the Dinobots going against the Autobots or something like that.
You're going to be a lot
It's
more
like-
specific.
I think
Yeah,
how do I put it? I think what was happening is that the Autobots were going against Earth for some reason, and the Dinobots, being friends with the humans, decided to like fight against them. I don't remember the story, but it's like something along those lines.
Do you have any idea what that is, Mochi?
Like,
that sounds. Yeah, no, I don't recognize that.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm drawing a blank on that one too. Because there's
yeah,
a,
like, alright.
because like back in Marvel comics, there was like a storyline where Grimlock became leader of the Autobots, and there was like a faction that left who was being led by Blaster and Goldbug. Trying to think some others. And there's been like
was
plenty of
thinking
storylines where they're just kind of doing their own thing, but not necessarily against the Autobots.
Right.
I was thinking that maybe Enigma is talking about the comic where Beast first appears, but I don't think that's it. But that's the closest sounding thing.
Oh,
that I
the
can think of.
Beast.
You want the thing I normally remember was that there was like the scene in the comic where it was like it was showing Grimlock with an older version of like one of the human G1 characters, and she was like, "Oh, she's gonna be dying due to age" or something like that. And with that motivation, it's like, "Oh, we will defend the humans."
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on whatever that is.
I am bad at explaining this.
If you
Sorry
know
about-
what it is, leave it in the comics, viewers.
You mean comment?
Yeah, leave it in the comments.
There's.
Hmm?
I can't think of any comic runs that were like that,
Yeah,
but maybe
I
it
can't think
exists. I don't know.
I can try looking for it later, but yeah.
Oh, and he's gone.
Yeah, but the point is that the Dinobots can be cool. It just depends on the writer.
Dinobots are generally pretty cool. Just Michael Bay doesn't like them.
Unfortunate.
Maybe in the... Oh, hey, he's back. Maybe in the third, like, Bumblebee trilogy movies, we'll have Dinobots again. They're actually cool.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully they'll be done right in the future.
You good over there, Mochi? You good?
Yeah, I'm back again.
Okay.
Where
Awesome.
Where are we at?
I was just saying that, like, it'd be cool if, like, the third Bumblebee trilogy movie would have the Dinobots in it.
And hopefully do them right.
Movie versus Volcanicus.
I'm down.
Interesting.
Volcanicus versus the Beast.
No, it had to be something like the Decepticon equivalent. What was it? I don't remember. Was there a Decepticon the Combiner where it was just like massive?
They got
There
like
was like that.
they got like 3 or 4 combiners.
Oh yeah, there was the. Well, I never remember the name, but I call it the Wrecking Crew one.
The Constructicons?
The wreck.
Yeah, the construction
Wreckage.
cons. Yeah, wreckage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, not
I just
wreckage.
was not.
Wreckage is an
It's not the
Autobot
construction
combiner.
cons. What?
I think you're talking about the Constructicons, if I can speak.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that combiner.
Yeah,
I do know that
Devastator.
one exists. That one, yes. I forgot the name.
Yeah,
I just called it
Devastator.
the Wrecking Crew one. But yeah, that's the one.
Still would love to see a Devastator in animated.
That would have been neat.
Yeah.
Need to bring out like a full art piece of that one. I know there's like concept art for a head, but that's it. Do we miss anything for Transformers, Mochi?
Have we talked about the premium finish Beast Wars yet?
Oh no, we didn't.
What?
Yeah, premium finished Beast Wars. Some updated colors for Kingdom, Megatron, and Optimus Primal. They just got very nice colors.
Pretty much just the Kingdom molds with the masterpiece paint jobs, and that's pretty much it.
I think I don't remember when, but I think a while back, someone said that the box for the premium finished Beast Wars is in reference to the original packaging for the original toys back in the 90s.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Did it
Very
have
nice.
like an original '90s packaging?
Well, yeah, it's based on it. I assume it's like, oh, they just took the general format of the original and just like, oh, use the premium finish figures.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I was kind of surprised by how reasonable it seems for a premium finish thing, because it's a Voyager and a Leader, and it's only about like $100, I think, which is basically
Nice.
what you would end up paying nowadays, anyways, for a
Yeah.
Leader and a Voyager.
Yeah, Big
It's
Bad
just
Toy
big-
Store has it for $104.99.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you do
So
the
if you-
math, if you do the math, that's about right.
Not that bad.
Yeah, it's about $15 more. So that's, and generally like a premium finish deluxe is like $20 to $30 more than the normal price. So I think that's for once reasonable.
Good.
You might as well.
Yeah.
Lots of Beast Wars love recently. That's nice.
I'm always down
Yeah.
for a Beast Wars love.
Very good.
Oh yeah, there's also that whatever it's called, like the 3-0 Nemesis Prime figurine from the Bumblebee movie, even though he wasn't in that.
Oh, that
sorry,
one you're
sure.
talking about that was non-transforming figure.
Yeah. That didn't stop it from being almost $700 though.
True.
Must have a lot of details then.
With a $131 non-refundable down payment required, according to Big Bad Toy Store.
Oh god.
Damn. Okay.
So if you're getting it, get it.
Give you away.
Yeah, also if you are getting it, what do you do for a living, and can you tell me?
19 inches tall. That's a pretty
I
big
assume
boy.
you're Geez, 19 inches? Good God.
Yep.
Yeah, never mind.
Let's see where all the price is coming from.
Oh yeah, we skipped last week, so we didn't talk about Guardian Robot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Guardian Robot.
Yeah, so previous
what-
episode, we were confused on like what a time class thing called Guardian would be. It's just the Guardian Sentinel Prime, the blue one. Sentinel
Yeah, that's
Prime,
not
Omega Supreme.
I feel like we mentioned this, or at least I did. It takes the form of a space station.
We talked about the listing for it, but we never actually talked about the announcement of the figure. No.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just
Well,
the blue recolor of Omega Supreme, which it's like, yeah, that sounds about right because that's kind of what they were called, and we just kind of forgot about it.
Well, according to like Hasbro Pulse, the website, apparently it's in stock, and at least with me, it costs $200.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's. I think it's like literally 1 cent less over here.
Yeah, it's like the pre-order or whatever, but it's in stock. But it costs $200 more or less.
Oh, I'm looking at it. I want to see how much it is.
I'm in Canada, so is it the 200 is probably in Canadian dollars,
Oh, and
likely.
It's $200 over here too.
oh, and
Mm,
the Gamer Edition Studio Series Optimus is already sold out.
wow.
Okay,
For
yeah,
you.
it's for us. Guardian is 199.99.
199. Yeah, that's
Yep.
the same.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm going off the United States. Okay, never mind. But yeah, $200 American.
yeah.
Yeah, and sadly, it's not a Titan class GoBot, but I'll take it.
We
Well,
can.
it looks pretty big.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be huge, but unfortunately, it's not a GoBot.
Yeah, I do like it more than Omega Supreme's normal colors, but I already have Omega Supreme, so I'm not super excited about getting it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I would get it, but for one, I don't own any Time Class figures, and two, I'm moving at the end of the month, so I don't have the money to spend on it.
Mm, like that.
I already I already have 5 Titans, and one of them is this mold already, so I would not have the room or the interest, to be honest.
It looks nice, but I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah,
I just I don't know. I just don't like the space station. I would have preferred if it was like I don't know. I just like trains. It seems nice.
if we're doing Gamer Edition figures, I'd love to see a Time Class for the Studio Series. That's the Omega Supreme from the games.
Mm, yeah. Oh yeah. That's a pretty big guy, huh?
Big
Please
boy.
the game. The biggest boy.
Time
Time
Class
Class
Super
Super
Trade
Train.
Megazord.
Super Train. Wouldn't it be Lightspeed Rescue, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, technically that
or
already.
Brandliner.
Well, that technically already exists. Like there's the Super Mini Brandliner.
That's not Titan class, is it? It always says mini in the name.
Well, it's Super Mini Plus. It's huge. Oh, I need to play Lucas, but you go on.
Speaking of the
Just to make sure.
Sound like a car.
speaking
What?
of the
Sounds like a car salesman.
speaking of the
Anyway,
Super
go ahead.
Train Megazord, am I the only one who always thought that's head kind of looked like an Optimus Prime head?
Uh,
It looks like a mix of like Cybertron Prime and or already 2001.
Yeah.
okay, according to Big Bad Toy Store, I'm not sure if this like referring to box size, but basically like 27 centimeters by 23 centimeters. I'm not sure if it's talking about the box size or the actual figure itself, but it's huge.
You can't. It's not safe to make a joke about Enigma because you'll actually go down the rabbit hole and start researching it.
Bruh.
What's up?
Anyway.
Anyway,
Uh, also, one thing. I actually found Twincast. Legacy Twincast.
Nice.
okay. Do you hear the sound of me cocking a gun and pointing it at your screen?
No, you may not have the rewind.
God damn it!
Oh, wow. Rewind looks tiny.
Yeah, it's really cool. If you like Blaster, you'll like this guy. And of course, he comes with rewind, so he's automatically better.
Oh yeah. On that note, you asshole for teasing me by sending me like 6 different pictures of the rewind figure last night.
Whoa.
He had conquered. He had conquered eject.
Eject. Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I found some things at Walmart.
Yeah.
Finally, They got finally have Legacy Wave 2 or 3. Only took them like a year.
It's been about a week since I've been at any of my Walmarts, so I have no idea if they got anything new yet. Probably not.
I found a Skullgrin and Core Class Ratchet was on clearance.
Yeah, you were talking about that like a while ago. You said the tail was like loose or something?
No. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I fixed that with some 4 polish. It's fine now.
That's good.
Nice.
What's really weird about him is that he kind of just turns into like a brick of nothing, but it's still like 27 steps to get to that point. Despite that he goes from like a blocky robot to a blocky vehicle.
Just like that's just G1, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
More
G1
pretenders.
based at least.
More pretenders, so I'm not complaining.
Right?
Nice.
Now, if we can only get like the Autobot pretenders, I know we're getting Metal Hawk, but we need some more of the other ones.
Yeah, like what's his name? The red and blue one with
Hold
the
on.
scuba head. Cloud something.
I don't remember. Did that?
Hold on. I'm looking at the pretenders.
Bomb shock.
You said red and blue one?
Yeah, the red and blue one with the whip.
Cloudburst?
Cloud burst, that's what it was. I knew it was cloud something.
I'm not sure. I haven't checked in recently, but did the Legacy Dinobots finally come in?
I haven't
Uh,
seen any.
Yeah, me neither.
All I know is like there was like that one product shot or whatever you showed me of like a Volcanus, like all of them combined to Volcanus. But I'm not sure if they're actually out yet.
Slug and um Sludge are in stock in some online stores, and apparently people are finding them in certain Walmarts, but the rest of them are still up in the air. We're still waiting on Snarl to be announced.
I love how right now the Volcanicus made from core class figures looks better than the one made from regular size figures.
It really does. Even the like the car selects set that repainted it, that gives it new parts, it still looks worse.
That's bad.
As in Hasbro release, like do something with Volcanicus again in like regular size.
Well, whenever Legacy Volcanicus, like all the Legacy Dinobots come out, I might look into getting it maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
know that
like,
I tried looking for a certain figure of Volcanicus or something like that, but like all of them were like third-party copies, so I couldn't get, you know.
I mean, it's probably the most affordable combiner you're going to get because it's only like $10 to $12 per member.
Yeah. So it's good. Yeah, it's good for the wallet.
It's sadly the only
And
combiner I own to this day.
Volcanicus?
it's volcanic.
Yeah. I have Dragstrip. I have Dragstrip from Minosaur, but I don't have any of the other ones. I've yet to find them. Well, I
Right.
found
I actually found
I found Motormaster one time, but I
have
didn't buy him.
Bad.
I have Dragstrip and Wild Rider, and I finally found a reasonable price for Dead End the other day
Nice.
on Amazon. Is about $19, but the seller had some like really weird Chinese name, and it wasn't from a Hasbro seller. So I'm waiting to see if I got scammed or not.
Oh, did you actually buy it?
Yeah, it's gonna take about a month to get here. So if it
Oh.
shows up as a Chinese knockoff, you know what happened.
Yep.
Hopefully, it is not.
No.
I'll wish you luck on that.
Thank you.
Mm.
I think I had the components for Power of the Primes Abominus, but I lost half of them in the process of getting the other half, so I just never actually assembled it.
I had a Power of the Primes, or rather Combiner Wars, Silverbolt, and Onslaught at some point because I was planning to collect those guys, but like at least one member of the team was like super expensive for some reason.
Unfortunate.
I think that was Vortex was the expensive one.
And I want to say Swindle was the expensive one for uh, the
That's right.
Combaticons.
Why were they expensive?
Like I think at the time when I was trying to collect it, like just Swindle by himself was like $60.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I found Onslaught at a Marshalls for like $20, but I passed him up because Overlord was the same price there, so I got that instead.
Fair enough.
That was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know how much those guys would be now. I should probably look that up at some point. Try to get my combiner collection, or at the very least, probably just wait until they eventually release new ones.
Yeah, same.
Expensive.
Trying to back collect Prime Wars stuff is expensive, I'll say.
Yeah, and since
Oh,
we
yeah.
already have a uh updated Minosaur, it's like they're probably gonna do the rest at some point in time.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
They'll
What's really
probably
weird to me about Legacy Menosaur is that they like released a G2 drag strip deco, and then there's no word on if the other ones are getting made. I really don't think they're gonna put a commander in Velocitron, so not
probably
sure how that's
not.
gonna work out.
Okay. Well, hopefully it'll work
Could you
out.
watch them do like one member per exclusive repaint line? Like someone goes to Buzzworthy, the other goes to Selects,
Oh my
etc.
god.
One of them is like a Target exclusive.
There's a legacy Manosaur.
Watch one be
That's probably
a
what do you,
Walgreens exclusive
what
for
do you
some
think?
reason.
You're probably right.
Talk about what?
They'll just make the who I forget who's red in the G2 Menosaur. I think it might just be Dead End.
I don't know.
Yeah. Just
All I
make him the
know is
Walgreens exclusive.
Didn't they
all I know is that
didn't they name the repaint of drag strip something else when they released
Oh
it
yeah, it's
for?
Shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Shadow Strip.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting if they like just made a whole new combiner team with just repaints of the G2 figures.
Yeah, make them a canonically separate thing. Yeah.
I mean, they did the same thing with the C cons.
That's 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 true.
Shadow the Strip Hog.
Sonic, he's got an attitude.
Shadow. Okay.
God.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of like Walgreens exclusive, I actually for the first time in forever saw like the Walgreens exclusives for both Kingdom and Legacy with Minerva and Red Alert.
oh,
I didn't
what do they look like?
I didn't pick them up, but I probably will at some point. I'll show you what they look like here in a sec.
Cool thing.
Yeah, the weird thing about Walgreens exclusives is that they take forever to show up. Like you'll check there every day for a year, and then it's never there. And then they'll finally show up after their line ends, and then they'll remain there for like 2 to 3 years because nobody wants them at that point.
No, like for me, like I legit like never saw like a silver streak with the Earthra rise.
There's still Earthrise blue streaks in my Walgreens, like to this day. They
I don't
can't get
even
rid of
have a
them.
Walgreens. So it's like, great.
Get dunked on.
Here's
Really?
a Red Alert.
Nice.
What's weird is that there have been 2 red orts that are Walgreens exclusive, and the first one was the Wait, no. Am I dumb? Is that not? I think I'm thinking of Ratchet. Never mind.
Ratchet is, based on this figure, they do look similar with how
Yeah, they're both.
I
both
think
have- they
you're
both have the
thinking
medical-
you're thinking of Ratchet.
maybe.
Yeah, that's why I said they both have the medical deco, so that confused my brain for a second.
Well, no, I think this guy here has the fire department.
And this is Minerva.
Nice.
If I had to pick,
Emergency as well. I meant to say emergency, not medical. Now to
between
think of, I probably should have realized this sooner, but that's probably why they're Walgreens exclusives. They're already just waiting for that joke.
right. Between the 2 figures, I probably pick up Roller because that's actually the only mold of that I don't have. Like I have the Siege sideswipe mold, but I don't have the Earthrise one.
Mm.
I'll probably just get the Minerva between the 2 because I already have a red ort and enough of that sideswipe mold. So I'd rather just have a new mold.
With the sideswipe mold, I only have I have 2 side swipes, one from regular Siege, one Netflix. I have Clampdown. Yeah, that's his name, Clampdown.
I have
Which Clampdown's the one with like the full blue hood? Is that Netflix?
I have no idea.
We're talking about deep cover.
Oh, deep cover. Yeah.
I have the regular deep cover, clamp down, side swipe, red ort, and I had a gigawatt, but I sold him to somebody.
And I have the Rattler in the Siege mold.
Nice.
I feel like I had one more, but I'm forgetting if I did or not.
And
Mm.
of course, I have to check this.
They really made Clapdown a crab at some point, huh?
I mean, what else would you do with that name?
Fair. I mean, I don't know. They just like clamp. Yeah, fair.
Okay, the Shower Glass Starscream is still sold out on Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah, it's not coming back.
I wonder how much he is on eBay. I gotta see that.
Dude,
It's probably gonna be a lot.
wait. I'm going to make a guess before you type anything in. It's 140 average. That would be my guess.
Let's see.
I want to say 200.
That might be highballing it a little bit, but
You're not like super off.
Yeah.
Like I see one here for 86.90 or 89.96
God.
with a
Yeah,
$10 shipping.
Yeah, I highball that too much.
See, that's what really pisses me off is when they're charging you like $300 for something that should be like $30, and they still have the audacity to have a shipping charge.
This one has free shipping, but it's $149.95.
Ooh.
Found one here for $90.73 with $18.50 15 shipping. Good lord! I wonder if there's an auction for it somewhere on here. Nope, just auction for Showerglass Jetfire.
It's just like a wild west of like getting toys.
Oh wait, no,
when
I
it's
found
sold
one.
out elsewhere. Yeah.
I actually did find a auction on eBay that ends in 5 days. That's currently $33, so it's actually not bad.
Nice.
Actually,
I'm actually going to watch that.
Just see how it goes.
Yeah.
I had.
Fun with that.
Yeah, I'm also watching an auction, funny enough, which I never do.
Yeah, why?
Because I have the potential to get the Patch Striker from Gokaiger for like $1 plus $5
Nice.
shipping.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I just saw this. It also has $10.65 shipping.
That's a really specific.
Yeah.
And this is
Well,
still in
okay.
the and this is still in the U.S. Like, come on.
I think I think people have such specific eBay prices because eBay takes a specific when you sell something on their site, so people try to price something to counteract it.
Yeah, I heard.
That's probably why.
Maybe.
They have to make money somehow, but
Yeah.
it's like I get how it's annoying.
But I mean that's still not too bad if it stays that price.
What's weird is that Starscream mold is a Voyager,
Oh, whoops.
and it's based on Jetfire, who also has a Shattered Glass release that's a Commander, which is like 4 times the size, and yet the Starscream is still more expensive consistently.
Because people like Starscream more, I assume.
Yeah. Well, it's more like Starscream has a Seeker Entourage repaint thing, so nobody's trying to complete a Jetfire collection, but everybody's trying to complete like a Seeker mold collection.
Hey Mochi, don't you have a Kingdom Core class Starscream?
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, why?
Nice.
Well, good thing you bought it when you did because currently on eBay it's about $30.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You can also get a protection
it's getting
plan.
the-
You can also get a protection plan for $2.99.
Why?
I don't like being told to use protection when I'm talking about collecting things. That's concerning.
Yeah, it just sounds like it's really fragile.
Well, luckily, it's getting a package refresh in Legacy, so it should be easier to find again soon.
Hopefully.
Nice. Hopefully.
I hate
Honestly,
it when people upsell figures.
That's the same thing with the like the Kamen Rider Sentai stuff. Same thing, just because they're worth more because they're old, which makes sense. But it's like the X8 stuff is like, I think the last time I checked it was like almost $200 in modern day.
I think I've just given up on trying to have like a DX Bokendra collection because just a box Daiboken is like $200, and that's before I start getting into the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, I get how it is expensive because of age, but I would imagine it'd be like, I don't know. I don't know what the original price would be, but I would expect at least to
50 bucks.
say 50, what? 50 bucks?
I think $50 was what it cost when it was released in 2006.
Okay, 50 bucks. Maybe
So-
at most 150 today.
Oh,
It's probably like 200 on eBay right now.
It likely is.
so I was
Yeah.
so I was curious on how much. I was curious on what Shower Glass Soundwave is going on Hasbro Pulse. And it's actually on a warehouse sale right now for $62.99.
Yeah, keep in mind that's the sale price.
Yeah. You know, just
Is it
kind of
shipping?
on sale. Plus shipping and handling. And taxes.
I mean, it's like, what, a Voyager, 2 Micromaster class figures, and a comic book for like almost $70.
Yep.
That seems a little bit steep.
Is the comic even good?
I don't know.
I haven't read it.
Fair enough.
I haven't read any of the Shower Glass comics either. I haven't really read any of the Transformers comics except for the new Beast Wars comic. And other than that, I haven't read anything since the original IDW.
I think Jack just went on like a comic book strike after IDW 2 happened.
What did IDW2 do?
Everything wrong.
They know what they did. Correct answer.
Everything wrong.
I think he's still salty about Nautica, which to be fair, I am too. So
I will always be salty about what they did to Nautica.
What did they do to Nautica?
Made her fucking boring.
things they shouldn't have.
That's a worse fate.
I know that sounds so simple, but you actually have to try to make Nautica boring.
I feel like I don't know how to relate to this, but I think the closest thing I can would be like how like which is the most interesting media and what is the worst media, like with a video game. I think the general gist is like if it's boring, then that's probably the worst fate a video game can be or have. Because like, oh, if it's bad, there's at least something to talk about. But if it's good, then it's good. But it's like if it's like boring and there's nothing to talk about, then just like why?
Well,
You know?
when I was trying to read IDW 2, like it was just kind of boring mostly. Like almost nothing was going on.
That's
It felt more like I think it can be best described this way. It felt more like a newspaper than a comic book.
Like the only interesting thing that I can really remember from it is they slapped a Decepticon symbol on Bumblebee, and that was it.
what do you see at the
Pretty much.
Decepticon?
Because they ran out of ideas.
How about I don't know how to continue this bit. How about we talk about Power Rangers?
Before then, I do want to say, hopefully, whoever takes over the Transformers comics does a lot better.
I hope it's Boom Studios.
I would love it to be Boom Studios. I love how like that news is like what 2 years old now, and we still don't know like who's getting Transformers.
Yeah, it's like IDW still hasn't technically stopped.
I think the last IDW comic, which was Last Spot Standing, came out like sometime last year, like just a few months ago.
Yeah, but it's like they're still being printed though, so they haven't stopped.
But yes, Boom Studios, please get it, just so we can have the Transformers Power Rangers crossover.
I just had an idea.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, you stop picking it out. Nemesis Dracon Collaborative. Oh my lord.
Ooh. That's a giant evil dragon sword.
Recolor of Grimlock in Black Dragon colors.
Actually, I just what it is. I can't imagine a battle between that giant Decepticon guy with the dragon sword.
The
Because they're
what?
both like Tripticon, the giant city thing
Tripticon,
that the giant city
that's-
thing that can become a dinosaur.
You know that's actually not a bad idea. That might work.
Yeah, just like have Tripticon fight the dragon sword or something.
Yes, please. Anyway,
I'm still like hoping if that happens, they hand over the Matrix to the Megazord, and then just I don't know what happens. It gets upgraded somehow.
Morpheus
Dragon
Prime. Morpheus Prime.
Dragon Sword Prime.
I really thought you said Morbius, and I was about to like reach to the screen and choke you.
That's honestly what I was thinking. And then the Rangers go, "It's Morbin time."
No.
And then they morb all over the place.
What is that?
Oh God, no! Shut up.
Okay. How about we move on to Kamen Rider?
Sure, we got 24 and 25 of geeks to talk about.
You know what really sucks
Huh?
about being a PR fan is that the morbing meme is literally the most public recognition that it's gotten in the past 5 years.
This is true.
Like that's very sad.
That sounds sad.
But anyway, yeah,
Anyways,
Common Rider episodes 24 and 25 of Geeks. We have our clip show.
Yeah, just like a nice recap on like what has happened so far, more or less. Just like a gist of like, oh, these characters exist, and this is what's happening right now.
In case you
yeah,
forgot.
Yeah, I mean, like Ultraman does something similar to this, where it's just like around the midpoint, they just do like a clip show of like, oh, here's the story so far, and what these characters have done so far. And you're just like, oh, this is a nice refresher. Yeah,
And then,
it was a same for this one.
yeah, and we got a few extra things too, like seeing all the sponsors transform. We see Ace's first tension as Geats.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just a clip show. Take it as you will.
It is also the start of the Yamato Grand Prix, which is further continued in the next episode, episode 25.
How do we feel about Michinaga's new drip?
Pretty good.
pretty good.
Pretty good. The one thing I'm confused about is that, okay, so I do know that Baroba stole the Vision Driver, but it's like some characters talk about it like he doesn't have it. Like,
They're
how do I put it? He stole the one from the. Yes?
I think they're just trying to gaslight everyone else into believing that he doesn't.
No, well, no, that's the thing. It's like. I'm not sure if there's like only one Vision Driver, but it's like I do know she stole the one that the Glasses Game Master used, Glare 2, but I'm not sure if Nier M has his own Vision Driver. Because
pretty sure he's supposed to. Like that's kind of the point is that he has his own Vision Driver that she needs to control the goddess of creation.
Yeah, but she has but she has the one from Glare 2. So it's like I'm kind of confused about like that one aspect.
There was like he said like there was a security measure where they also had to have the producer's driver.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
Okay. It's honestly kind of weird that it took them this long to give drivers two-factor off.
Oh, two-factor assist. Okay. Yeah.
But going into 25, I think one of the things that bothered me most is like at the beginning of the episode, like they acknowledged that all the sponsors got into a fight in the previous episode and just say, oh no, we just didn't get the driver, but we never like saw a conclusion to that fight.
Yeah, it was like a weird cut. Yeah, that was a weird cut. Would have been cool like to see how that fight transpired, but it's like we probably won't.
Maybe at some point.
Yeah, I'll have to like if I want to guess how they lost that is that I guess Baroba's rider form was too massive. I don't know.
I mean, you say that, but there's also like the giant frog and the like chimera.
They're big, but Baroba is like bigger. Like breaking mammoth's big, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like
if I had a nickel for every time there was a giant frog in Tokusatsu, I would have 20 cents, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened 4 times.
I'm a frog.
That just reminds me. It's like
okay, if we count Cockarager and MMPR season 3 as 2 different things and 5 times.
That reminds me. Like I think a while back when we first saw. I think some people when they first saw Kakura's rider form, the giant frog thing, some of them immediately said, "Oh, it's like Shinobi," because like, oh, Tycoon's a ninja, and now Kakura's a giant frog.
I was actually like making that connection in my head just now.
Yeah, and I just find that kind of neat.
Shinobi truly did survive.
It lives on through Tycoon.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
it didn't really occur to me until just now that probably is the most infamous thing that Johnny Young Bosch has ever done, and he just has to live with that for the rest of his life.
What are you talking about?
Well, just saying I'm a frog.
Yeah.
What? Oh, why?
Because it was just a funny line.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still love this. I
But
still love the story where I remember hearing this in like a convention he was in. He was doing a panel and he was just talking about that scene. And apparently, that princess or whatever they were talking to, who gave him the new powers, apparently, like him and I think it was Jason were just hanging out. She was
Oh
in the
wait,
room.
no. I don't think. Are we allowed to talk about this?
are we allowed to talk about this? Good question.
Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad, but the chick apparently flashed them, from what he said.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, I think I found like a clip of that. Not a flashing, but like the information about it.
Which I
Like,
don't
I think it's like
remember. Which I don't remember if that was just a clip of a convention I saw of him, or if that was something he talked about when I was at a convention that he was at.
I do know that I
Oh yeah.
shared with you guys a Twitter clip or a Twitter video, or whatever, of like the behind the scenes of that movie, and it was explaining the frog thing. So that's fun. Back to Geese. Yeah, it looks like the Jamato are evolving still. They're now taking the memories of the people planted to make them.
Yep, one of them is Michinaga's dead friend.
Yeah. Apparently they were like delinquents before they went into construction work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. It's good to see more stuff with Michinaga. Even though his
Yeah.
main goal is just like destroy all common riders. Uh, uh
I mean, it kind of makes me wonder when it's going to realize to him that, oh wait, if they get their way, like, yes, all the Kamen Riders will be dead, but they're probably not going to have a very good world.
No.
I don't think he's caring about that presently. I do find it interesting he's like halfway to becoming a full-on Yamato.
People in real life don't care about things like that, so I think that's kind of a moot point.
Fair. Oh, which
Right.
reminds me, in the episode we also see him using the Michinaga using the command buckle.
Oh yeah. That was he did fight how I expected him to fight with it, just like a freaking brute. I do find it cool that he managed to like keep the transformation requirement for Command Twin by just like attacking himself.
Right, that was a cool scene of just him slashing himself with his sword.
Yeah, that's like that's a pretty neat loophole.
Hey, what works.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm convinced he can't die because he's got that zombie buckle, but hey, that's still cool.
Yeah, that's what the Garter said. He's still alive because he used the zombie buckle a lot.
And
Yeah.
Sparrow doesn't seem to be participating because he's not a Yamato.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
Hold on a second. You keep talking.
Okay.
All right. Another point was when Neon's father was talking with Niram about how to fix the situation, and Niram said something along the lines of like, "Oh, we have to like reset everything if it continues like this," and that apparently means like resetting the wishes made or something.
I'm not
At least with how.
I'm not sure,
At least
but it's also implied that he's also been in the Grand Prix before, and he won one, and his reward was his daughter.
Well, yeah, it was basically confirmed by Niram that Neon is the product of his wish to get a daughter.
I wonder
So
what
it's
Kamen
what-
Rider he was. Kamen Rider Time Fire, I hope.
If I want to guess, if they were to do like a Time Fire homage, I want to say some kind of lizard, maybe Komodo dragon, in reference to like the Time Fire mecha of
Maybe.
D-Rex.
Maybe.
Maybe. It'd be cool. But yeah, it's like
I'm back.
we now.
I think.
Welcome back.
But what happened?
I was being sent like weirdly sensual Gundam pics, and that's all I'll say about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Join the OnlyFans for more.
It doesn't exist. Anyway, But yeah, pretty
Wait, did
interesting episode of Geese.
all, all I heard was Time Fire. That was the last thing I heard.
Uh,
Yeah, I was talking about like me and Jack were talking about how Neon's father was a previous player in the DGP, and his wish was to get a daughter, which resulted in Neon. And we just talked about the possibility. Oh, what animal would he be? Like what kind of? And I said
Yeah.
Komodo dragon in reference to V-Rex.
That's true.
Or something. Yeah,
it would be cool if they made a Time Fire reference in that.
it'd be nice.
Or just make them canonically the same character and give him the first master driver.
Oh my lord.
That would not work.
Well, too bad. Too bad it's happening.
Well, the thing is, like, spoilers for Time Force. Well, I mean, like, whatever. Time Ranger. The dude died, though.
That's never stopped anyone before.
I mean,
Hey.
have we ever? I mean, we've watched Geo, so yeah, it's not stopped people before.
Yeah.
All right. Just saying.
I was actually when you said that, and I was like, it would be kind of cool if they did like a Time Ranger and Zeo crossover thing, but then I realized what I just said, and the fact that I'm an idiot.
I mean, if we assume like Geats isn't an AR world, I mean, like Geo has messed with the timeline, so it's quite possible.
Boy.
That's true. And like Deca Rangers from the future too, so.
Yeah, that reminds me. I mean, I'll bring it up later when we talk about Sentai and Power Rangers. Yeah, it was a pretty neat episode of Geese. The preview shows that the Boost Mach 2 will make its debut next episode.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, it's already out, but we're episode behind.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, it's not so much that we're an episode behind. It's just by the time we record these videos, like the newest episode has been uploaded on our method of watching it yet.
Yeah, properly subbed and all of that.
Like every time we stop recording an episode, the day after, like a bunch of shit is announced. Like we were always just like one beat off.
Yeah, it's just be like that. For some reason. I feel like we already talked about Boost Mach 2 because like the scams.
Yeah, we already did.
Yeah. Baroba is the game master for the Yamato Grand Prix, and their mission is to just cause just general mayhem and despair.
Yeah. What a funky girl. Wonder what her motive or her background is.
I'm kind of curious on like what the background for everybody is, because it's like, oh, we're from the future. Okay, what does that entail? Like, all we know is that they apparently don't know anything about that era.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they say that as with 24, it did say that the Desire Grand Prix takes place in like multiple of them take place in different eras, like Sengoku era, ancient Rome. But it's like based on like how Kakura puts it, he's not aware of what happened in the past, like ancient, and compared it to like an ancient civilization. So it's like And Zine also said what happened with the future, with everything being like predestined or something.
Yeah, like everybody like knows when they're gonna die and things like that.
Makes me think the part 6.
Kind of funky.
Pretty funky. That or the future just sucks. Interesting episodes of Geeks. Hopefully we'll be able to see Boost Mach 2's debut.
Yeah.
And hopefully Laser Boost soon.
If it's going by like how some of the last power-ups have been last few series, like just give like an episode or two, we'll see Laser Boost.
Yeah, probably. And I do expect that the actual Boost Mach 2 buckle to be released after Laser Boost.
Every time there's like a second power-up announced in the season, I just think of that like SpongeBob meme where they're standing in front of the coffin and saying, "Okay, get in."
Why?
That's what happened. that's what happens every time there's more than one power up in a row. The first one is just gone,
I mean, literally, like Shining Hopper was replaced by Shining Assault Hopper the next episode.
and then Metal Cluster.
This is
Well, I
like
mean, Metal
worse about it.
Cluster. I mean, Metal Cluster is like stuck around for bits, but yeah.
I think
One of the thing It's one of the things that annoys me about Agito is that he unlocks burning form, and then like 2 episodes later, that's straight to shining, and then never goes back.
Yep.
Like that's where he just that form existed for like 40 minutes total.
Oh, and Baird Rex in Revice.
Also
I think
true.
Bear did come back.
It
Bear
came
did come back.
it came back, but was almost immediately replaced by Volcano
Captain.
Rex.
Yeah, fair.
And
I
then what was it?
Geese. I think Geese is the worst about it because like first came Fever, and you can probably count that as a upgrade form. And then Command Twin Buckle happened, and we never saw Fever again. And now Boost Mach 2 and Laser Boost is coming, so it's likely that we won't see Command Twin ever again, unless Buffa keeps it.
I mean, it seems pretty random with that. Like sometimes they have the Fever Buckle, sometimes they have Command Buckle. So who knows?
They probably got cease and desist from the Gundam writers.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. That'd be unfortunate.
So we'll see how long Boost Mark 2 lasts. What was the Jack Revice? Like Jack Revice got replaced pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was Thundergale. It was replaced by Thundergale. I think it was like 5 episodes with Jack Revice, and then Thundergale happened.
And then Thundergale got replaced by Ultimate Rex.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So
Yep.
Actually, Revice was pretty bad about their power-ups for how long they lasted.
I think
kind
that's
of
just I think that's just a general trend with Reiwa in general, not just Revice.
Fair.
Because Zero One and Saber does the same thing more or less. Like Shining Hopper / Assault Hopper and Dragon Ignite existed for a while, and then they got shafted by the next power up, and then the pattern repeats. I don't know. It's just weird.
And then 01 did have 02 for a minute.
Just for like a hot, but then like they had to like cut it short because I do remember that there was supposed to be originally 50 episodes total with 01, but they had to cut it short due to COVID.
Yeah. So they did have 02 for a while. Then he went evil and turned into Arc 1, and Izu's now 02.
Yep. Yeah, it's unfortunate it was 01. It was cut short. Unfortunately.
And Saber just kind of sucked.
It has
Nobody would have cared if
plot.
Saber got cut short.
What?
So nobody would have really minded if Saber got cut short.
No, not really.
Oh, well.
But anyway, let's move on to some Sentai. Yeah. We have episode 1 of King Oger, and I actually watched a Sentai.
Yeah, same. I watched the...
Medicom announced some like ridiculous Kamen Rider figures.
Oh, nice.
And a bike. It's about $500 per figure and up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, you mentioned this. Oh boy. I'm still not certain about like, okay, so is it like a statue or a figure? Because like, the images you sent me looks like, oh, it's just like from the show.
It's a figure. Just get over it.
Well, I just wanted to make sure. But okay.
You say make sure, but I've answered the question 3 times now.
Fair enough. I don't know. It's just like you showed me images and just like it didn't look like a figure. Anyway.
Yeah, I would hope it doesn't. I would hope it doesn't for $500.
Right.
But anyway, now on to King Oger.
Yeah, the first
Yes.
episode of King Ultra, it was really good off the bat.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
a very solid first episode. And yes, I actually watched the Sentai this season, so yay.
yeah, same. So it was pretty good first episode, and it's like it's nice to see that Reiwa that Super Sentai Reiwa has been becoming more and more experimental ever since Kira Major. Pretty nice. Because like Kira Major was like back to basics. Then Kaiju was like, oh, what if we mess around with like the team, like what if it's just like mostly not human, the main cast. And then Dawn Brothers happened, and Eno was just like went sicko mode and just made a really good Sentai with the CGI. And then now we have King Odor. That's just like probably the most investment Sentai got in a while. Cause like I heard that they're using like I forgot it's not what?
LED walls.
Yeah, LED walls. So it's like they're becoming more ambitious. It's pretty nice.
Hopefully that equals better looking fights.
It's like episode 2 came out recently. I saw like a clip of it. It's like I won't say much, but it looks epic. The fighting is epic.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, if nothing else, it has to be better than Kira Major's cockpits.
Yeah, I did hear that whatever they have for the cockpits in King Odor, apparently that's very expensive too. But I do not know if it's like actually that thing or just a mock-up of that thing. But yeah, it's I like Gira. First person, I think the first person to remember that just goes like, if this is evil, then I'll be evil.
Which is honestly a cool thing to say. It's like, okay, if this is your justice, then fuck it, I'll be the villain.
Yeah, it's like Kaiser. Pretty cool. Yeah, Gira, pretty cool Sentai Red off the bat. Pretty cool.
I know it's bad writing, but it really is refreshing when the villain is just like, because I like it.
Yeah, like dude's just straight up evil. I love it.
It was not straight up evil. It's more so it's like, if you consider what I do evil, then I'll do it. It's just that kind of thing. I do find it interesting that the current king, I forgot his name, Skiram or whatever, he said that only nobility can wield the King Odor caliber, but Gira was able to do it. So and everyone was like, "What the hell?"
I feel like it's more like his mecha like recognizing him, giving him the power.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go with like, "Oh, Gira is your long lost brother and or son," or something like that.
Oh god.
Yeah. It's like pretty good action. And also apparent that they don't need the full team to pilot the mecha.
Yeah, that's true.
Which from the trailer for the second episode, looks like both Red and Blue are in there, so there might be some team dynamic in the Zord.
Yeah, but it's like they don't need to. Everyone doesn't need to be there. Also, I found the thing I was talking about.
Skeletronics.
Yeah, it looks similar to whatever King Odra has in their cockpits. It's just like, honestly, it's likely not what they're using, but
I like how everybody's talking about the increased budget for the fights and not the fact that they just made an IRL battleizer. But that's what this is.
yeah. Pretty sure some people notice.
Now we are the mecha.
Mm-hmm.
That's a threat.
How's it a threat?
It has a threatening aura.
I guess so.
I mean, just from the thumbnail of the video you posted, like it, I feel like it's like Venom taking over somebody's body.
Oh god. If you release Venom into the Tokusatsu universe, bad things will happen.
Very much so.
Well, I mean, like, Vice is already looking like Jack Revice already looks like a Kamen Rider Venom, so technically already happened.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, the first episode of King Gojo was really good. Hopefully, it will be consistent about the
Right.
quality. Yeah. And
Solid,
also,
solid
yeah,
start. Let's hope for the best.
yeah. Here's to a new Sentai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody else got
Uh,
anything to say about King Oger?
Yeah.
What?
It's not
oh
super
yeah,
important.
yeah. What is it?
Uh, I was like looking into getting some of the King Odor stuff just because it does look interesting, and I went to Hobby Link Japan, where I wound up on Hobby Link Japan, and the auxiliary mechs say discontinued, like already.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking
Alright.
about that.
Yeah, same.
Like these are the newest items in the catalog. How is this possible?
I want to hope that they mislabeled that.
I
But
guess because the thing is, I thought you might be right when it just said that means out of stock, but the out of stock label is a different thing.
yeah, well that's why I said mislabeled.
It makes me wonder
So
if
Hopefully,
that's what it means. It's like they only made a certain number and it was already sold out. But I would think it would say sold out.
yeah,
yeah,
it's not like they were a P Bandai thing. It was just a normal thing.
yeah, just like a normal auxiliary mecha.
Oh, yeah, and also they already announced a Memorial Odra Caliber, which
Oh yeah,
I think is a new record.
yeah. It's gonna come out next year or so, but it's like
That's,
it's pretty fast. Yeah,
I know
I
it
mean, it was.
technically doesn't. I know it really doesn't matter at the moment, but that's just very worrying to me.
I mean,
That
it's
Bandai
like.
is
I mean, it's like it was
will.
gonna happen, but like we just got the first episode. Like, come on, chill.
Like they announced it before the first episode was even out.
to be fair, something similar did happen with the Vision Driver, where they announced they announced a DX version and then a Memorial version. I think ever since like Glare debuted,
I would argue
and
that
then
I'd argue that the King Odra thing is worse because like the show hadn't even come out yet.
yeah, true.
It's like at least
Like,
let
you
the
have-
show air before you have memorial stuff.
You haven't even given me a chance to like it yet, and you want me to place a pre-order already.
I don't think it's out for pre-order yet. It just said it's like, okay, this is gonna exist, so get ready for it later or something like that.
I don't remember if we talked about this, but the Memorial Dawn Blaster is up for pre-order now.
Already?
I feel like we did.
I
think we
do.
talked-
Yeah, I do feel like that I mentioned that.
You talked about the prototype.
Yeah, the prototype. Yeah, it is bigger.
And it comes with a King Odra gear for the pre-order bonus.
Nice.
I think. I'm not sure if that's actually gonna make a new sound in the blaster or not.
It is.
Though to be fair, the Memorial Gear to Linger did add new sounds, but not the ones I was expecting. Like it did add new sound for like the Dark Caesar gear, the Day Caesar gear, two Kyler.
The listing says it does make a unique sound in the blaster.
Well, hopefully it'll be true.
And no, it's not just New Hero.
Better be, better not be. But yeah,
I think it's like an Ultra gear, technically.
well, if I remember correctly, with the product images, it's just like the King Orchard is the mecha, so it's like those yellow golden gears.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I do find it. I did hear about this at some point, but it's like, what was like? I'm trying to remember it.
You can probably expect a Zanglass sword coming too.
Yeah, like likely, maybe.
And by extension, a Ninja Arc sword.
I'm trying to think about.
Oh yeah, did we talk about the versus movie power-ups?
Yeah, I do feel like that brought up the Zenkaiser versus Stone Brothers thing.
I know we mentioned the special. I don't know if we talked about the power ups.
Well, the main power up, the most notable thing is that it's gonna be a versus gear. So it's like, oh, the Zenkaiser versus Stone Brothers. That's just gonna be a gear. And
Yeah.
the new item is going to be a retool of the Zanglass sword, the Zenkai sword or something. It's
Yeah.
basically like a more Zenkaiser themed Zanglass sword. And I might look into getting that whenever or it releases.
The power-up for Zen Kaiser, which is basically just him wearing the golden armor thing.
Yeah,
That's
gold on Momotaro's armor. And there's also like a giant thing on his forehead.
Yeah, that's better than what Kira Major did at least.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, the one from Momotaro is kind of lame because it's literally it's not even a power up. It's just whatever's left over from Zen Kaiser.
It's not even like the super armor. It's just like Zenkaiser's base form test torso armor, and just like
Basically,
yeah,
it seems unfair because Zen Kaiser gets a new power up, or at least new to him, and then he basically just says, "Here, take my coat."
I mean the same thing did happen with like Super Tsukayo. It just like took the leftovers of like Zenkaijuo. So
Yeah, well, that's a mecha. That's not a person. I feel like that's a little bit different.
like also I finally remembered what I was trying to remember. Apparently, some the translation people, like say TV Nihon, have been like been having a tricky time trying to translate the King Ogre stuff. Basically,
They have.
the gist is that well, not tricky, more so it's like different styles. Basically, some of them are trying to keep the puns, meanwhile some of them are just like ignoring the puns. So it's
How dare they?
like the Ogai Soul. Some of them has been saying instead of like royal armor equipped or something, they just been saying like I don't remember it, but it's like they're just ignoring the puns, like especially with the King Ogre caliber. Instead of like going for like the puns, like say Toon Boy, they just going straight for the insect clothes. So instead of Toon Boy, it's just Tombo.
Mm.
Mm. On another related note, some of the fans have been referring to the King Ogre mecha as King Oja, so like with the J a pre suffix, just to like stop confusing it with King Ogre.
Yeah, I've started doing that too because that's what they should have done, honestly.
That sounds like a
King
decent thing
Oja.
to do.
Yeah, King Oja. Interesting
Sounds-
stuff.
Although that sounds like a bionicle name.
A little bit. A little bit. I think the only other thing with King Ogre to note, even though it's like an episode 3 or something, I don't. Is like basically the current king of whoever that was, forgot his name. He's gonna get a new version of the Ogre caliber, but with less of the bop it parts. I showed an image of it earlier to Zach.
You know, if King Ogre
Yeah.
ever became a PR season, I can guarantee you that they would do like a Bop It cross merchandising deal because
They would.
Bop It does a cross merchandising thing with like every major release in the U.S.
This is
So I can
true.
guarantee you that would happen.
I think the weirdest thing with Power Rangers is with the gold changer. It just made that to a Nerf thing, if I remember correctly.
What?
I don't know if they actually released a toy version of the Gold Morpher for Beast Morphers, but I think at some point but I think I heard they did release it, but as a Nerf thing.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
You're the one that brought us here. You should know.
I don't know. I was just thinking of Power Rangers because you brought up Power Rangers, and I thought, they never really released the Beast Morpher Gold Changer, huh?
Oh wait, they actually did. That does remind me. They actually released like a Dino Fury Golds changer like just now. Only took them 2 years.
That's
Right.
weird.
You can only get it in a. You can only get it in a set with a sword.
That is really weird. But yeah, might as well talk about Power Rangers a little bit.
Yeah, that reminds me. We're also finally getting the Demi Volcano equivalent. Also after like 2 years. I don't know why they just like. It seems like they had like half of the Dino Fury stuff ready to go, but they didn't remember it until just now.
Seems like it.
Hasbro has been really weird with these Power Rangers toys, at least in terms of releases.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyways,
It
you're
is
gonna say.
really- Might as well talk about Power Rangers a little bit. Well, if you said the gold changer for Dino Fury Gold has been released recently, and that's weird. There's also some rumors with the Once and Always Power Rangers, My Morphin Power Rangers movie in Netflix, but it's like the actual rumor of it is like, how do I put it? Not appropriate per se.
I thought we were.
And
I thought we weren't
potential
talking-
misinformation, so probably don't need to
Yep.
talk about it too much.
Yeah. Yeah, but as far as I know, it's coming.
I hope I won't talk about it, but I will just say I would really like to think that they have more taste than that.
Right.
Yeah. But if you know, you know.
Yeah, anyways.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. There's nothing new with Ultraman. There's nothing new with Ultraman. I mean, like, there's the rumors about, like, Gazer or whatever, but, like, I feel like we already brought that up, like, in the past few episodes, I think.
This segment of the episode is always just turns into like, so has the family.
How's the
Well,
weather?
yeah. Well, yeah, mostly because I'm the only one who watches Ultraman. In this group, at least.
I'll try to watch it whenever it comes out.
Hopefully it will come out soon. I don't know, there's just not much to talk about with Ultraman
Like-
during this, like, cooldown phase.
I saw like an advertisement for like new Ultraman eggs.
Eggs?
Ultra what? The kaiju eggs?
Yeah.
I do know that in the same image where you show the discontinued snail and the pillbug for King Odor, it did show a listing for like a Gomora egg.
Yeah, I know like the whole egg former thing's been a thing with multiple franchises for a while, but these are like weirdly articulate.
I mean, there's been weirder. Like, I think there was like a transforming ramen cup thing.
No, I meant like these are weirdly articulate because they're usually pretty stiff.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
so they can't like have bendable joints?
It looks like it, unless that's just the pose they're stuck in.
Oh,
Maybe, I don't know.
interesting. But yeah, there's like this transforming ramen cup that becomes an Ultraman. So it's like there's been weirder.
Honestly, given what I know about Ultraman, I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually a canon thing.
It's not canon, but it exists.
It's canon in my heart.
I mean, isn't there one Ultraman that would just need sugar to transform?
That was mostly a joke guy. But yeah. I mean,
Doesn't
he does
matter.
it. I think that's Ultraman Nice. And his whole stick was that he was a commercial thing too. But basically he would eat like a piece of candy from his like watch or whatever and just transform to Ultraman Nice.
And then like there was another Ultraman that used like, was his name like Ultraman Hikari or something? That just
Sorry. No.
that uses a toothbrush.
That's not Hikari. But I do know what you're talking about. I forgot his name. God damn it. Okay. But yeah, he does use an electric toothbrush to transform.
Oh my lord.
There's weird stuff sometimes.
Gets
But-
weird.
Every time I
Yeah,
ask-
Ultraman Zerth. That's the one who uses
Yeah,
the toothbrush.
every time I ask Enigma about this topic, he's just like, it's not that weird, and then it turns into, okay, it's weird, but shut up.
I mean, yeah, it is weird, but it's like so is all other tokusatsu. It's just like you have to accept it at some point.
Fair, fair.
Was-
You have any other questions about Ultraman since we're here?
Not really. I just like to remind you that that thing exists.
It does exist. There's a nice do exist. And also I got the golden rag.
I can hear the pain in his voice.
Okay. There's worse.
You I follow those like out of context Toku clip accounts on Twitter, and I know the context for them, but it's just so funny trying to picture someone that doesn't know the first thing about Toku trying to process these.
Oh yeah, I think Ultraman is more weirder about it. Cause like there's like some fight scenes with some seasons where it's just like, oh, it's just like a fucking WWE thing now.
There's this one clip of Kyoryuger where like all of the other ones are enamored by this like weird like giant rabbit thing, and they're like, oh god, it's so cute, and then Kyoryuger just shoots it point blank.
and then the demon angel monster says, "Ah, oh, god damn it, someone with common sense."
Yeah, that one.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah. It is hilarious.
But the thing is, the clip just like cuts off before it's revealed that it was a demon, so you're just left to believe that he just like shot an innocent animal for no reason.
Oh, that's worse. Oh, that is worse. Oh no.
Oh no.
Also, I love that Kaku Ranger has single-handedly become a meme. Just the "Today is Friday in California" thing.
Today is Friday in California, huh? Shoot!
Yeah, that one.
It is my favorite thing. Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kaku Ranger. Kaku Ranger is weird too, mostly because like Jiraiya, well, Kaku Black, American Ninja Boy.
There's just this scene where I think it's Ninja Red, right?
Ninja Red. It's one of them, but basically, like, one of them is like in a hospital room for some reason, and then some police-looking guy in sunglasses rushes from like the surgery table. It just goes like, "Today is Friday in California," and the Kaku Ranger is like, "What?" He just looks confused, reasonably, and this policeman just like shoots him.
Yeah.
There is no better way to explain this. It just happens like that.
I think I can think of a better way to explain it to Jack specifically. It looks like a live-action version of something that would be in Ghost Stories.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yes!
Yeah, that.
Bingo!
It looks like it would be in the Ghost Stories dub.
Bruh.
Oh, that thing. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. But yeah, Kaku Ranger's funny.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Kaku Ranger, I don't know if we talked about it, but there's SMP Ninja Man and the Shoto Super Ninja Man.
Nice.
SMP, there's also gonna be like a Super Shoto Dire Ranger stuff.
Yeah, that too. Oh yeah, we need to talk about that, don't we? We didn't actually discuss that yet.
Yeah, we forgot about it. But yeah, basically there's like product shops for Super Shoto Dire Ranger stuff, where it just the main 5 Dire Rangers and Kiba Rangers.
I have never seen so many severed hands in all my life.
Oh yeah, there's like a lot.
Oh, is it? Are you talking about that picture you posted where I'm just like, man, White's just kind of rocking out in the back there?
Yeah, that one. Like that is a lot. I'll bring up a similar image. Hold on. But yeah, there's like a lot of accessories just by the hands alone.
Jesus, why are there so many hands, dude?
Because Time Ranger is expressive.
Apparently.
And I like how Kiba Ranger has like 2 extra ones. Blue is lacking 2.
We really need to make like an out of context THT clips compilation at some point. Why are there so many hands, dude?
Oh my god.
it makes it worse because it's like no, we don't really show the images to the viewer, so it's like I don't know. I
We
just
probably
think
probably have made someone turn their head at some point.
out of context when we're talking about Ryan Reynolds OnlyFans.
Oh god! Oh god!
I think I think the worst of it just came about when we got into like, the Scooby Doo stuff for a hot minute.
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
Yeah,
When
I
the
still can't believe you two. I still can't believe you two didn't know that James Gunn directed the rope for the Scooby Doo live action movie.
yeah, the episode
Yes,
evolved into it to its purest form.
Because who would think that? I already know it.
Who would think that? Me, because I know.
That's not. Oh my god. You know? Yeah. Also, I read this diary. I really wish they had like used a consistent gold because there's like 3 different shades, and that's annoying the hell out of me.
While in the suits.
Well, I mean, like, and then they didn't paint the head of the cannon, which is kind of ridiculous considering I know, or something like that.
I mean, it's already expensive as it is. Like, what's the price on this thing? Like 180 something.
Something
What
like
was
that.
it?
Yeah. A little bit steep considering they just like casually skip those things. Also, I kind of wish the stand for the cannon was clear, but that's kind of a nitpick, I guess.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, okay. According to Big Bad Toy Store, $150 for Super Shoto for these Sky Rangers.
Yeah, sounds about
Yeah.
right. Also, that Cuba Ranger figure made me have a effect moment a couple of days ago.
What do you mean?
I don't think I ever noticed that he has the same belt buckle as all the other ones.
Yeah, and
And I looked up. I was like, wait, did they change that in Mighty Morphin Season 2? But they didn't. Like, I swear I remember him having like a Tiger Morphin that they swapped out, but they didn't. And I don't know. They had me pull my hair out for a second.
no, it's like in terms of Power Rangers, they use the same belt, but with Tommy, he still does use like the buckler thing, but
Yeah,
you
I
it's
know.
a tiger medal, so it's like
Yeah, he uses it, but it's never on the costume.
it's
Which
a
I
little
thought,
weird.
yeah,
Oh, and,
I swear I remembered it being there, but I guess not.
No.
Pulling hair out moments. Like the other day I was talking. This reminded me. The other day I was talking to Mochi about the Voyager class BB figure, and we're still pulling our hair over that.
Why? What happened with it?
We
Did I just disappoint you?
I only want to choke you a little bit. It's okay.
Sorry?
I think he's talking to me on that one.
No,
I'm sorry.
I was talking to Enigma. I was
Oh.
absolutely talking to it.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I don't think you brought up this. Unless it's the same Nemesis Prime bubble. No.
Like a 30-minute discussion about it, dude. How do you know?
this was like the last episode.
The last episode was like almost 2 weeks ago.
But yeah, I don't remember where me and him were confused on like what this future Voyager from a listing was going to be because it technically should not exist.
Yeah.
Oh, that! Oh, yeah, that! I thought you were talking about something else. Okay.
I think Enigma just does this to annoy me because he finds it funny.
No, it's
Okay.
like memory
Entertainment value.
sometimes. Look, I do admit that I sometimes act like a little gremlin, but it's like I sometimes legitimately forget what you're talking about.
But yeah, I mentioned it to Mochi again the other day because I had some theories on some stuff, and he just goes, "I still can't believe it's like 2 weeks later and we're still like going through a crisis about it."
Yeah, I remember because like it's technically a figure that shouldn't exist because Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there was never a Voyager class for that,
That was a leader.
or a leader.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, there was never a leader that existed, so it's just like we're still wrapping our head around that, trying to figure out what it is.
The only thing that I could really think of, just based on how they have handled these listings, a,
Before.
a premium finish thing that they have to knock the price up to a leader price point
Jeez.
because it's more complex than the budget would allow for. But I can't think of any Bumblebee character that would require that. But that's also the only thing I could think of, so I don't really know.
We shall find out soon enough.
I feel compelled to say, could it be Megatron because he also doesn't exist in the Bumblebee movie?
Well, they
Yeah,
already
but
had a
like-
listing for a Megatron, so and that's separate, so it's like this is something else.
Yeah. True. What a confusing time.
It's just like I know when we finally figure out what it is, we're gonna be like popping champagne
Wait.
on the recording because have been like 3 months of us trying to figure this out.
It'll be
Wow.
it'll be a feeling of euphoria that we will never have experienced in our lives prior and never will again.
Correct.
Honestly, I feel like the worst case scenario is you finally you finally figured out what the figure is, but what if it turns out to be a really bad figure?
Oh God, what if it's a leader class wheelie?
Die. Just die for saying that.
I don't know. I think in this worst case scenario, I just imagine you be like, "Hurry, we figured it out," and then you realize what it is. It's just like say the worst figure to be, and just like, "Hurry, like oh no!"
Jackson's always like, "Oh, you're so mean to Enigma." He just casually threatens my wife.
Be me? And who threatens you? Who? Me? What?
It's like, God, you're so aggressive, and then he will like just threaten to stab me over things like this.
I didn't. I did not.
Jackson, not you.
If there's a leader class wheelie, I will legit just boycott Transformers and sell my entire collection right then and there.
I can already envision like you wake up, you check your phone, and you see that like TFW or somebody has it figured out that's a leader class wheelie, and then you're just like, nah, and get back in bed.
That'd probably be my exact reaction. I
Like, not today.
I'll even
Like,
care what I'm supposed to be doing that day, whether going to work or whatever. Just like, nope, staying in bed. I don't need this. I'm already done
Yeah,
for
call-
today.
Call
Just
from
to make sure. Okay, just to make sure. Okay, is this like C1 wheelie or Michael Bay wheelie?
Michael Bay
Matter.
Willie. Well, either or,
Oh.
but Michael Bay Willie would be worse.
you get a
Yeah.
call. You get a call
Well, yeah,
from like,
'cause-
from Best
Yeah.
Buy that morning, and they're like, "We need you to come quickly. The building's on fire." And you're like, "I don't," or you wouldn't understand.
unfortunate.
I mean, if my work was on fire, I probably just would be there regardless. Just be like, well,
True.
that's not my job. Bye.
You don't pay me enough for this shit.
Exactly.
Wow.
Anyway, anything else we need to talk about, my dudes?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I think it's been made abundantly clear by this episode that we have some mental health issues. Thing.
I mean,
To be fair, I do have ADD.
I think it's been made clear in the last 18 episodes.
Probably.
Like, I think it was immediate off the bat with the early episodes, because I do remember you commented how unhinged I was in the early episodes.
Well, that's because every time you like go off, like your audio just goes into the void.
Yeah. It's happened.
Really?
It happened like a couple minutes ago too.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
As in, we probably need to update our equipment at some point.
No, that's like a Discord thing. Because like gets too loud to a certain point, just cuts off until it's like a little bit quieter.
Man.
Just a Discord thing.
Yeah. I don't know what to
Yeah.
do. I don't really feel like spending $80 on a microphone, but I also don't have anything better. So
Fair enough.
Depends on if we need to do that.
I guess I could choose a headset, but that'd still probably be better. Oh yeah,
Yeah, nothing.
the
Yeah.
final Geet's final form was leaked.
Yeah. What is it? Tell it. Tell it.
Trust last form.
Oh yeah.
You joke, but that's probably gonna be the case.
Probably.
It happened like what 4 times in a row already.
I probably shouldn't have willed it into existence. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, like,
Well, to be fair, Revice did that very well compared to 01 and Saber.
True.
oh yeah. And in this case, they explained it as like, oh, there was so much energy that Ultimate Revice just like broke apart.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like they're just beating each other to the point where the over armor is just coming off as just their base form outfits.
Yeah, which makes sense because like during the transformation, it did show that was layered on top of that.
Which is kind of weird because that never happens in Tokusatsu. It's usually just like if you get injured bad enough, you demorph.
Yeah, that's not, actually on that note. One Tokusatsu trope is that they get beaten up so bad they untransform and they're just like, I'll beat you next time, and it's just like they go all away, even though they should still be fine to fight.
When the armor or helmet actually breaks, you know something's about to happen.
Ooh, that's the good shit.
When the eye breaks and you just see like the actual person's eye in there, that's when you know shit's happening.
Better yet, helmetless shot.
If anyone listening to this has watched Gower Ranger, I'm sorry for bringing up your repressed memories.
Yeah, what? Oh yeah. Oop.
But we need more helmetless shots. I love those.
Yeah, there's the one that immediately comes to mind, like the one is Zangetsu in the Gaim and Drive movie crossover, where it's like Zangetsu just like fighting against the Kamen Rider. I forgot, is he Lemon Guy, but using Dragon Fruit?
Yeah.
And he's just like, and this is like this nice helmetless shot that immediately gets juxtaposed by what was it? Ryugen's like attack sound, where it's like, oh, there's like really dramatic scene, and then just like Ryugen going like, "Put up arms," and just like, oh, okay.
But yeah, we need more helmetless shots. We don't get enough of that. Kamen Rider.
One of the little things that I love in Sentai is like when they do final group henshin, it's always like slightly different than the normal one.
Yeah, I think Dawnburst did it best, mostly because like, well, for on the lack of it.
Like one of the examples is Gokaiger. Normally, like the entire suit goes on at once in like one quick flash, and then they do the roll call thing. But in the final one, it's like most of the suit goes on, and then the helmet doesn't flash on until they do the roll call. It's like that's shit.
Yeah, it's like a nice helmetless shot before it finishes. Pretty nice, really good.
But yeah, we need more of that in Kamen Rider. We don't get that enough.
Oh yeah,
I think
that's true.
I think Sentai's the only one that does it like consistently.
Yeah. Like, I think the Gaim special that you were talking about was like the last time they did it, to my knowledge.
No. They did it with Tycoon in the Dodgeball episode.
Well, I mean, they did like the broken like eyepiece, but not a helmetless shot.
Right? Yeah. Huh. Weird. Okay. Try that.
But yeah, last time I think we had a helmetless shot was actually in that Gaim special you were just talking about.
Wow. That would be tragic.
Which means it's been like nearly a decade since that's happened.
Why are you trying to remember, Mochi?
I'm trying to think of like, because there used to be like the different Sentai suits. They're not like removing the whole helmet, but they could like pull their visor down a little bit so that their eyes were shut. I think the last one that actually did that was like all the way back in Go-Go 5, which was a long time ago.
Oof.
No, Go-Go 5 thing was like, oh, you see through the visor. But in terms of like, I think that would be Go Busters.
Okay, wait, yeah, that's true. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, Go Busters. They had like as far as the transformations, it's just like the whole suit comes together, unless except for the eyepiece, which comes in last.
Yeah, I do remember that now because like the visor formation is like a separate step to the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because I remember the scene where Blue Buster is like struggling to put his visor on because his
Yeah. Was pretty neat. Also, you're kind of cutting off there.
Oh, I was saying that like I do remember that now because there's a scene where Blue caught in a vine and he's like struggling to put his visor on.
Pretty
Something like
cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always kind of wondered because there's no consistent answer to it. I've wondered if like the sounds that come out of the changers and belts are like in universe or not because it's never really clear if it is or not.
I remember in
Personally-
Gaim, like they mentioned the sounds when they meet what's his face who made the drivers. You're just like, oh, you're the guy who made the Knight of Spear and Orange on Stage.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I like my personal headcanon for this is like these are actually sounds in universe made by the guy who made the driver. It happened with Lemon Guy and Gaim, happened with Dan Kuruto, and maybe the same happened with Build.
Oh, I think they
Yeah,
did
but
that in
it's like-
Drive too. I think it's in canon that the voice in the driver is actually saying everything.
Yeah, but it's always slightly different in universe because sometimes there's like there's like usually a consistent rhythm for how a specific sound happens, right?
Yeah.
But there's like it's spaced out silence. But there's like a couple of times where like you hear the initial sound and then the rest of the thing doesn't happen until they run into the frame.
Right.
So like I don't know if that's just dramatic pause or if it like physically paused in universe. For some
Oh wait,
reason.
wait. Yeah, in Build, I remember like Grease when he was doing his ice form. Like the driver went, "Are you ready?" He's like, "Hell yeah, I am."
Yeah. I like that.
Which was a badass scene, by the way.
It's badass. Yeah. Pretty good. Kamen Grace is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good when it gets you to physically stand up out of your chair.
Yeah.
When they don't actually say henshin when they transform.
Oh God,
Oh no.
someone's gonna die.
Someone's gonna die. Unfortunately, that is true.
There really should be a compilation, like every time they don't actually say anything while they're doing it, and it's just that JonTron clip of him saying, two kids gonna die tonight."
Hey.
I'm trying to think of if there's any other things like that where like it changes something, changes an otherwise constant in the universe, but I can't really think of anything else.
Now I'm just imagining like. Now I'm just imagining like in the back, like the villain's doing something, and then like there's just like a very silent henshin jingle going on in the background. It's just like, what's that?
Why do I hear boss music?
Exactly.
When you break into Area 51 and you hear "Best Match" from the other side of the building.
Oh my god.
Goodness. He's just evolved. He's breaking into Area 51 for Pandora's box.
We know they're hiding it in there.
Look,
We
I'm
got
just
that in
saying.
there.
Look, I'm just saying the world has not been the same since that raid.
I mean, no, but like, they never really did that raid. They just like kind of stand outside the front door.
No, actually, the world hasn't been the same since Harambe died.
Unfortunately. Why are you sweating?
I accidentally clicked on it. I didn't mean to post that.
He knows
Well,
what
great, you're gonna. Oh well, great. I hope you're happy because it's gonna drown us all in the sweat.
Cool. Anyway,
Hey,
I think that's good.
think that's about it. Any last
Yep.
thoughts?
Mm. I find it cool that the King Odra caliber uses the shortcut method for the transformation sometimes.
Yeah, it does
Noise was
seem
that?
pretty long.
Huh?
What kind of noise was that?
What noise?
What noise?
Am I the one that heard that? He made a weird coyote howl before he said that.
What?
We'll see in the recording video, in the video footage.
Okay, now I'm actually gonna go back and watch this when it gets posted because I need to hear that again.
Was it a noise me or Enigma, mate?
Probably
Nick.
me.
I think it was Enigma because it sounded like his voice.
Oh boy. But yeah, I think
Guess we'll see in a few days.
it. Yeah, I think that's good for today. Pretty good episode.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Once again, I'm Jack.
The big one.
And everybody, stay beautiful. See ya.
See ya.
Peace.